Hey, what's happening everyone? Journeyman here and welcome back to Throwback Thursday save. Of course, this is the Championship Manager 01-02 save with Manchester City. So I've made some signings. Obviously, preseason is over and done with, and we're going to kick off the First Division League season today. But first and foremost, let's go over some of those transfers. Now, I've mainly aiming to bring in Championship Manager 01-02 legends if possible. I know where they are in the game. I'll play this game enough to know who they are and where they come from and how much they should cost. First signing, of course, Tomadir. We saw that at the end of the last episode. I did agree to sign Kennedy Bakasioglu, but he failed a medical and that deal was cancelled. I also couldn't get a deal done for Cherno Samba, so I'm going to have to wait for the Bosman for that one. I also tried to bring in, who was it? Tonton Zulu Makoko from Derby. Couldn't agree a fee for him. Who else did I try and sign? Isaac Okaranko, the centre half from Shakhtar, couldn't agree a deal for him for Shakhtar. He signed a new deal. Don't know when we get him in. Tuba West couldn't get him in either. So a little bit disappointing this transfer window. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on those players in the future, and when they come available, I will definitely be trying to sign them. But anyway, players brought in. Let's take a look, shall we? Jamie Victory, of course, is a left-back. Can also play as a holding midfielder as well. His crossing ability and he's just an all-round really, really good left-back, to be honest with you. He's going to get up and down the flank for me. He's going to be our starting left-back, and I expect for him to get a lot of assists this season. Then I brought in Hakim Mild, who is a very, very solid centre midfielder. He's got at least a couple more years left in him, and I bought him on a measly £375,000. Very, very good signing for the First Division, and he will be a very solid player in the Premier League as well. Then Adgar Barsam doesn't look like much, but he is, in fact, a really, really good centre midfielder for this game. He's only played one game for me in pre-season, got an assist, an average rating of 8. He can basically play up top if need be. He can also play as the midfielder with the attacking duty set. So he's going to have a pretty good season for me, and he's just a really, really good sign. I'm happy to have him on board. And then most recently, Jonas London has joined for £250,000 from Gutenberg. Just again, is a player that I'm sure a lot of you will recognise if you've played Championship Manager 01-02. Just a really, really good young player, only 20 years old as well, so he's going to develop nicely, and I think he'll be a star for us for the next, hopefully, 10 years or so. Alright, so future transfers coming in. I am trying to sign a couple of players. Mark Kurt in particular has almost agreed a contract with me. I'm sure a lot of you recognize him. Very, very good centre midfielder. I'm also trying to get Mike Duff in, a really, really good right back. Carl Corneliusson will in fact join us from AAK on the 11th of November. So that's another good signing for us as well. Solid right back and left back gives us a bit more depth in the team. So anyway, let's go into today's game. And again, this is going to be 100% live, calm. It's going to go for about 30 minutes to maybe 45 minutes an episode, depending on how I feel the episode is going. And we'll try and get through as many games as we can, because that's the beauty of these old Championship Manager games. You can fly through a season as long as I start rambling. So anyway, let's go into today's game up against Wimbledon. Who did Wimbledon have? Actually, before we start, I'm interested. Who did Wimbledon have? Of course, they had Kelvin Davis. Yes, very young Kelvin Davis and a very awful-looking Kelvin Davis, to be honest with you. Who else? Tommy, can't remember him. Who else do they have? Trond Andersen, that's a name I recognise. Norwegian international holding midfielder. Who else do they have? Oh, Patrick Agyman, 20 years old. I think he's still kicking around the lower leagues, to be honest with you. Then David Connolly. I know a lot of Irish fans out there will recognise him, and a lot of Saints fans too. He had a really, really good career. Andreas Lund apparently is a star player. Don't really see it, to be honest with you. Who else? Neil Shipley, Jesus, 26 years old only as well. Wow. Again, it's kind of weird. It's kind of cool to this little trip back in time, though. Gareth Ainsworth, 28 years old at this point. He went on to have a pretty good career. Who else is in here? Joby McAnuff. He had a pretty disappointing. He had a really good start to his career, and he kind of faded out as time went on. But anyway, enough messing around. Let's get to today's action. So Jonas London getting number 49 jersey, and I didn't even announce the team news. Yep, we're going to start with Weaver in goal, Kalissimo at right back, Jamie Victory at left back, Morris and Ritchie at centre halves, Jonas London and Barsam are going to be attacking midfielders. Hakim Mild's going to be the holding midfielder with Dickoff, and of course Tomadira, who I think will get 30 goals this season. That's my early prediction. And Alf Inge Haaland will play as the centre midfielder with a little bit of holding responsibilities. All right, let's get this game going now. It's obviously set to very fast. And Hakim Mild scores a goal within 4 minutes. There it is on his debut. Oh, and we got another debut goal scorer, Tomadira. things are going exactly how I thought they would. We're going to roll over this league as long as we can get the players in that I want and we play up to our potential. And of course, I say that David Nilsson gets a goal back for Wimbledon to make this game somewhat interesting. Oh, and gets another one too. This game is really off to a flyer. 2-2. All right, let me see. We're putting on the pressure right now. 61% possession, which is really good. Let me see. Other player ratings. Who's playing well for us? Oh, got an injury. Simon Kalismo, unfortunately, has picked up a knock. I've got Psycho on the bench. I'm going to bring him on to play right back, even though he's not really a right back. He's going to come on and hopefully do a solid job. Match stats, we're doing okay. Possession-wise, last 5 minutes, not so good, but overall for the game, we're doing pretty well. So, hope they got a sending off. That gives us a huge advantage. And we score straight away from that. Nope, never mind. Offside. I lied. Jumped the gun on that one. There's something magical about this old game, to be honest with you. This the old system without any kind of 2D highlights to be frustrated at, or 3D highlights, I should say. I don't know. I just enjoy seeing the text, you know, even though I can barely read it. I'm on very fast. And still just enjoy it, you know. It's a really good throwback. It's a lot of fun. You get through the season real quick. I highly recommend it. I think you pick up the game for nothing now somewhere online. All right, so we're putting the pressure now. Here's maybe a chance for someone. Nope, didn't go in. Okay. All right, come on, boys. We should be winning this game and winning it very comfortably. Oh, there's a goal. Jonas London scores on his debut. Another goal on his debut. Another goal score on the debut, that is, I should say. 75 minutes, make a couple of changes. Tomadura gets a second goal. That wraps up the game. There it is, 4-2. All right, let's make some changes. Let's view the condition. Who's a little tired? I'm going to bring off Barca. I'm going to bring on Eyal Berkovic. Let me see, match rating. Ricky Weaver's been awful. Something to keep an eye on. Paul Ritchie's been okay as well. I'm going to bring on Paolo Wanchop. Let's bring off Paul Dickov. And let's see if we can get Tomadura a hat-trick on his debut. That'd be a great way to start the season. Paolo Wanchop scores off the bench, so 5-2. Okie dokie. All right, so, yep, looks like the game's going to be pretty much there. It is. Yep, 5-2 victory. Really good start to the season. That puts us top of the table, where I'm hoping to stay for the rest of the season. Up, Kalismo is going to be out for 6 months. That's a huge blow. He's a really, really solid player, too. All right, so disappointed. 6 months, broken leg. That's okay, though. Hopefully, I got Mike Duff on the way. He can definitely slot in at that right back spot. Mark Kerr has agreed a fee. Welcome to the club, Mark Kerr. There he is in a Man City jersey. All right, Mike Duff has also agreed to sign for us. Oh, we've got to delay the transfer? Why have to delay the transfer? I didn't read that. Have I run out of money? No, I've got plenty of money. Strange. Maybe I got enough players in the squad. Okay, maybe I just have too many players because you only have 50 players allowed in your squad. So let's release some of this. Let's release some of the garbage. All right, so yep, you can go. Yep, 150,000. Don't really care. Stephen Jordan, yep, you can go. You're garbage. 24,000. Yeah, you're really garbage. Trying to get rid of you. Nobody will sign you. Trying to give you away and nobody wanted you. Chris Schuker, 50,000. Yeah, fuck off. There you go. All right, cool. Nice. All right. So that should be enough now to give us the space we need to sign Mike Duff. Although I really want to get him in before the next game because I don't know who's going to be my next right back. Buddy Croft can come in. Obviously, we know about Zulu Makoko. So yeah, really good player. Can't bring him in though. They won't agree with fear of me. All right, Birmingham away. Let's see who Birmingham have. Paul Furlong, that's a name I remember. 32 years old in this game. Andy Johnson, remember him? Bit of a skinhead. Scored lots of goals eventually in his career. Marcello, don't recognize him. I kind of do, but not really. Stan Lazaridis, there he is, the Australian winger. 4 goals in pre-season, a really nice pre-season. 14th Division 1, which means they probably looks like they drew their first game 0-0. Who else do they have in their squad that we should recognize? Nicky Eden, right back. Who else do they have? Nico Vason, the Belgian goalkeeper. Ian Bennett. Kevin Paul. They've got some legendary goalkeepers in there. Yeah, that's probably about it, really. Brian Hughes, really good midfielder in his day. All right, so no Calissimo today. Who are we going to bring in? Let's bring in Lee Croft. That makes the most sense, really, doesn't it? Mark Kerr's wanted already by Chelsea. Oh, you're not going to sign him. You're not going to get him from me. Not going to pry him off me. Also, let's start Mark Kerr today. Why not? And let's take off Berkovic, put Haaland on the bench instead. I do like Ayol Berkovic and Banabia, but honestly, with these new signings, they're going to have a tough time getting into the team. All right, Mark Kerr, number 28. That'll do nicely. Let's get this game going. Again, this is another game I should expect to win comfortably, but we'll have to see what happens. All right, bit of pressure from Birmingham early on. I do have a plan B tactic, although I will pretty much stick in my 4-1-3-2 formation. I do have a backup change. It's not much of a change, to be honest with you. I just move the midfielder to a more of attacking style if we're behind. If we're not, then if we're actually ahead and want to hold, I then take off the runs for the left and the right centre midfielder. I'll show you what I mean if I get the opportunity. All right, 37 minutes in, not really much action here. Really tight game so far. Andy Morrison has picked up a knock, so Stuart Pearce will come on. Lucky to have Psycho on the bench. Provides a lot of versatility for us. Oh, goal out of Tomadura getting his third goal of the season, and we're up 1-0. And we're dominating the game. If you actually look at it, didn't look like it in the commentary, but so far the match stats are definitely in our favour. Of course, our first game in Main Road as well, so that's pretty exciting, yeah. Obviously, Main Road, the old stadium for Manchester City, if a lot of you younger fans don't remember it. It was actually a fun little ground, to be honest with you. Yeah, tucked away, really old-fashioned ground. Barsom gets his first goal for the club as well, 68 minutes on the clock. Let's make a couple of changes as well. This game looks like it's done. But anyway, yeah, it was a fun little stadium. It was really tucked in there amongst the houses. Very old school. Actually, I was there for the very last game at Main Road. It was a game against Southampton. And Southampton actually won that game. I think it was 2-0. No, it was 1-0. Michael Svensson getting the goal from a free kick, the centre-half. And the week after, we actually went to the FA Cup final against Arsenal, which unfortunately lost. Anyway, enough rambling. You probably don't want to hear about my Southampton days. Days as a fan. All right, 81 minutes on the clock. Game's pretty much set in stone now. Just got to hold up for victory. Give a clean sheet. That'd be nice. All right, what we got here? All right, 90 minutes on the clock. Final whistle blows. Domination. There it is. Tomadura getting his third goal of the season, and Aga Barsom 3 assists in his first game. Didn't even notice that. 3 assists in his first game. That's insane. I know it would do well for me, but not that well. Jesus. Morrison's going to be out for 10 days. Disappointing. We have options on we have Steve Howie. And we have Psycho as well. So not disappointed to get another injury, but nevertheless, good to have some rotation players. All right, so what we got going on here? London's going to play for the under-21s. Horlock's going to go up to Northern Ireland. Richard Dunn's going to play for Ireland. Marker, under-21. Berkovic. Israel. Banabia. Rearranged. Mike Duff can finally complete his deal. Excellent. Welcome to the club, Mike. And you will definitely go into the first team today. You're going to go in at right back. Let's check out the condition real quick. We don't want to risk any more injuries in the squad. Mark Kerr 94%. That's not great. Let's play Haaland instead of Kerr. Put Kerr on the bench. Jamie Victory, you're okay. Madeira, you're fine. Barsom, you're okay. London, you're okay. Everyone else looks pretty good, actually. Yep, we're all with that. Same team. Quick change of the lineup, though. Haaland's going to come in for Mark Kerr. All right, so up against Bristol City. Let's see if they've got anyone I recognise. Tony Thorpe. Player I somewhat recognise. Probably played sign at one point, I think. I play a lot of lower league in this game too. It's fun to play in the conference, try and work your way up. Because if you actually look, third division, and then at the bottom you had the conference, and you only got 1 promotion and 1 relegation there. So you had to obviously win the league, and it was really tough to get promoted. It was a real challenge. Kind of the first challenge I ever had, really, in a Championship Manager game. All right, so here we go. Obviously, I expect to win this game really comfortably. I can rotate some players at halftime. Jonas Sutton getting a goal in the 3rd minute. So that's off to a really good start. Here we go. All right, Tomadura getting another goal. He is an unstoppable machine. Check it out. 4 in pre-season, now 4 in the regular season. 25 minutes on the clock here. This looks like it could be a cricket score, be honest with you. If we get another one here, we could run away with this completely. Alright, approaching halftime here. I did think about making some changes. We're going to do that. I'm going off Madeira, I'm going to bring off London. And Thorpe gets a goal. That makes things interesting, doesn't it? Check out the match stats. Who's playing poorly? Jimmy Victory's been okay. Not good, though. Let's see, here we go. Alright, so yep, I'm going to make those changes like I mentioned. One shop's going to come on, and then we're also going to bring off Jonas London, and I'm going to play Darren Huckabee. Even though he wasn't really a midfielder, I'm going to play Darren Huckabee in that role. He can do a good job for me today. Should be good enough at least against Bristol City. No disrespect to Bristol City fans, of course, but we are a much, much better team they are in this current game. Alright, 67 minutes. Tighter game than I expected, to be honest with you. It looked like it was going to be kind of a cricket score when we scored 2 goals within 10 minutes. Hasn't really lived up to that, though. And they've actually equalised. Thorpe getting the equaliser. Oh, that's pissed me off a lot, actually. Yeah, we don't want to go for a replay. That's the last thing we want. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that tactical change like I mentioned. Basically, what happens is I just move my centre midfielder back to an attacking role. And that's basically it, to be honest with you, because we're already on attacking, we're all playing forward-thinking football, and this just kind of emphasises a bit more. There it is. There we go. Paul One-Shot coming off the bench, getting a goal. Paul One-Shot, bit of a City legend if I remember correctly. So I got an edge. There you go. All right. As you can tell, it ended up being a lot closer than I imagined. Match stats did go in our favour, but disappointed to concede 2 goals. Against Bristol City. Alright, Cartwright absent from training. That's not good, is it? You're only 14 years old, son. You can't miss training. Maybe missed it with school. He's going to come with me with a little note from his teacher. He saw he couldn't attend training today. Alright, so Rotherham away in the next round of the League Cup. Alright, I'll take that. Alright. Again, I'm still trying to bring in some more players. More players. Goalkeepers. Got to think about some goalkeepers. There were some really good goalkeepers. Stephen Frey, he was a really good goalkeeper. Don't think we can bring him in, though. Sebastian Frey from Parma. Let's see. We'll scout him. Because if you try and buy someone now, they give you a limit on how much you can spend. And yeah, that's not going to be enough to bring him in. So we'll scout him. See what happens. And there was another goalkeeper. It's a Greek goalkeeper. Something. Can't remember his name now. It's going to kill me until I think of his name. Alright, yeah, put in the comments below if you think you know what I'm talking about. It was a Greek goalkeeper. It was Chalatis or something. So I got itchy nose. Must be getting sick. Millwall away from home is the next game. Take a look at the Millwall team. Neil Harris. Remember that man? Played until he was like 42, 43. Bit of a legend, really. I think he went on to manage Millwall as well, if my memory serves me correct. Who else do they have? Of course, they have Cherno Samba. I'm desperately trying to sign, to be honest with you. I'm going to put another bid in. Another cheeky bid. I only got 1.6 million left. Jeez. Spent too much money. Alright, cheeky bid. There it is. £975,000. He's not going to sign a deal first, so give me the money. I'll give you the money. Just give me now. Phil Eiffel. He actually turned out to be pretty good. It's Phil Eiffel. So Paul Eiffel turned out to be a pretty good midfielder for the championship. Who else they got? Joe Dolan, a solid centre-half in his time. Mark Bircham, very good right-back, Canadian right-back. He might be a good signing, actually, to be honest with you. 1.2 million, a bit too much, though. We'll think about that. All right, anyway, going into today's game, let's make those changes once more. Obviously, Mark Kerr will play instead of Haaland. Check out the condition. Do I have any players really suffering right now? Done suffering. Everyone else is 100% though. So, yep, let's roll. Let's get another victory. Let's make it 4 in a row. Millwall, how are they doing in the table? They are 13th in the table. All right. Come on. And they score, of course. Defense has been really, really poor so far. I may have to get some more centre-halves in, make it 2-0. Jesus, within 10 minutes. It's not a very good start. All right, who got the goal there? Christopher Canay. Don't know who you are. All right, and Jonas London scores. All right, so we're back in the game. All right, come on, 31 minutes up. Millwall's make it 3-1. It's getting out of hand. Paul Eiffel there with a goal. 31st minute. Approaching halftime. Here's the match stats. It's pretty tight, be honest with you. They're just taking their chances. Obviously, it's not been... Oh, 4-1, Jesus, getting embarrassing, isn't it? Tomadura score... Oh, fuck you, linesman. All right, so, yeah, not very good, is it? Nope. Look at the ratings at the back. 666. Mike Duff's in, okay? Mickey Weaver's been shocking, though. Might have to replace him with Carlo Nash for the next game. All right, any changes? Any changes I can make? Hack and Mild maybe take off? No, I'm going to leave it as is for now. Mark Kerr, I'm going to push him forward. Maybe get us a goal or two. All right, good save there from Nicky Weaver. Oh, 5-1. This is getting really bad, isn't it? This is getting really bad. Might have to make some changes just to try and save some legs at the very least. Yeah, obviously our defence has been absolutely atrocious, hasn't it? Yeah, it's conceded far too many goals in the opening couple of weeks. All right, so, oh, Jesus Christ, 6-1. Oh, man. All right. Enough of that. All right, get Tomadura off. Give him a break. Let's also bring off London, who's been actually really good. Let's also bring off Steve Howie and bring on Psycho instead. All right, so, yeah, obviously we're missing a couple players at the back for injury. But nevertheless, there's no excuse, really. Conceding 6 goals at the Millwall, that's awful, really. Alright, so let's drop us down to 8th plot as well. Oh, Paulo Wanchop getting a goal. So he's finding the net, so I might have to start him instead of Paul Dickoff, and that makes it 6-2. But, I mean, look at the match stats. They're so close. It shouldn't be 6-2. He had 9 shots on target, and 6 from went in. Great goalkeeping there, Nicky. Yeah, he got he got a 4. Did Nicky Weaver really get a 4? Did he? He got a 4. 10 goals in 4 games. You are dropped, son. Yeah, you are dropped. All right. So, yeah, definitely have to try and bring in another goalkeeper. If I get my scouts on that, to be honest with you. Scout, you're not doing nothing. All right, so I want you to go to sign youth players. There you go. And next scouts, I want you to do Scandinavia. All right, you. Let's do UK and Ireland. Next one. Who else? What other areas had really good players? Scandinavia, to be honest. We have to sign Scandinavian players. Let's do South America. Why not? There's always a couple of good South American players out there. Yep, disappointing. Very angry with that display, naturally. And no surprise there, Cherno Samba bid was rejected. All right, so up against Sheffield Wednesday now. That's a team with a lot of history. A lot of good players too. Tron Soldveit used to play for Coventry and Southampton back in the old day. Effin, a Coco. There he is. That's a legend right there. Used to play for Wimbledon, yet back in the Crazy Gang period. Was he Crazy Gang? I don't think he's classified as Crazy Gang, but nevertheless, he used to play for Wimbledon. He's got a few goals for them. Who else? Oh, Gerald Seaborn. He was actually a really good player. His injuries kind of let him down in his career. Alan Quinn, the old left winger. Really good player, very high work rate. Andy Hinchcliffe, left back. It was Kevin Pressman, legend goalkeeper. Really good goalkeeping coach, actually. Keep that in mind in case you have to replace ours. All right, Lee Brondby, that's another player I recognise who went on to do good things at Sheffield United. All right, today's fixture, let's make some changes because obviously losing that badly at home isn't good. So let's start Stuart Pearce, Stephen Howard be on the bench. What changes can I make? Let's check out the condition real quick, see if I have to be forced to make any changes. Hacker Mild struggling. Let's play Howland instead of him. Victory Kerr struggling too. Something to keep in mind. Also, yeah, Wanchop, I'm going to start you. You've got a couple of goals in a row. Dick off, you're benched. All right, let's bounce back from that humiliating defeat with a win. All right, come on. Good start here. Come on, let's get a goal early on. That definitely relieves some of the pressure. Right, that was really close then. I thought Sheffield Wednesday were going to score here. Yep, they do score. There it is. Tommy Johnson. Type of surgery if you follow baseball. But getting a goal today for Sheffield Wednesday. And Jonas London scores again. He's had a great season so far, hasn't he? 4 goals now in 5 appearances. He's a really good start. Alright. 40 minutes on the clock. How things are going. Actually doing pretty good, to be honest with you. Match stats wise, obviously you would like to be ahead. 33,000 people turned out today too. That's a really good number. Alright, so let's change tactics a little bit. You know what? I usually don't have pressing off. I'm going to say pressing to yes on this one. And let's see if that makes a difference for the second half. Average rating, Mark Kerr struggling. He's a bit tired, to be honest with you. We might have to take him off sooner rather than later. All right, let's see if we get a goal early on. That'll definitely make my decision a lot easier too. Oh, and Borson got injured. Oh, jeez. Too many injuries at the start of the season. All right, Huckabee, you're coming on, and then mark her for mild. Yeah, we'll do that. All right. 15 minutes on the clock. Got plenty of time here. Come on. Come on, boys. Grab a winner. There it is. Jonas London. All right. 5th goal now for Jonas. Jonas, a legend, London. All right, 60 minutes on the clock. What are we at? We're dominating the game now. That change to pressing has really helped us out in the second half. And London, that's his hat-trick. Good game for Jonas London, obviously. Who got the assists, I wonder? Only 2 assists. Darren Huckabee and Paulo Wanchop. And we've got another goal. Pierce Styko got a penalty. I also remember that's kind of what he's famous for. Remember when he scored that penalty all those years ago and he went bright red in the face as he was trying to celebrate? I remember that very, very well. Not enough to well describe it, of course, but I remember that incident. Anyway, good victory there, 4-2. Disappointed they could see the late goal. See the late goal there to Phil O'Donnell. But nevertheless, it's put us back in the playoff spot, so that's good. And obviously, we conceded less than 6, so that's definitely forward. That's definitely progressive motion. Definitely getting better. All right, so yeah, players start there. Jonas London sake for the under-21 team. He's busy, and he's scoring a goal too. Can't stop scoring goals, that man. And look at that. We won the English First Division Manager of the Month, our first award. Gets in there. Look. Here it is. Yep, there it is. Little trophy. Cool. All right. Jonas London wins the Young Player of the Month. And Peter Crouch of Portsmouth wins Player of the Month. Scoring goals for fun. 6 goals in 5 games for him. Oh, Jonathan acknowledges my contribution. Well, thank you, Jonas. Yep, you were great too, son. You were great. Again, this is my my take on comedy. If you don't really like it, then you have other options. And they recommend Bolivian right back. He's crap. I'm not going to sign him. Viveros. It looks pretty good, to be honest with you. Here's Sousa. Sousa, love the name. Not the player so much though. He's kind of average. Honestly, we get better than that. All right. Who we got next up out of interest? What do we have next up? Next up, we have Bradford away. And there's a couple of players in this squad. Benito Carboni. There he is, the Italian man. Italian maestro. Really, really talented player. Klaus Beck Jorgensen. I recognise that name too. Robbie Blake. The legend that is Robbie Blake. Got 3 goals this season. Doing pretty well for them, surprisingly. Who else do I have? Ian Jess. Scottish attacking midfielder. Robert Molinar, defender, Dutch defender, Dutch defender extraordinaire. Who else do we have? Peter Atherton, right back there, is okay. Stuart McCall, Scottish legend, 40 caps, 1 goal for Scotland. Used to play, obviously, I remember from his Rangers days, used to use him a lot during Championship Manager 2 when I was manager of Rangers. All right, it's this old Bosman stuff. Alright, so Burton O'Brien of Blackburn Rovers. Don't recognise him. It costs a lot of money. Too much money, in fact. Talented London has given a boost. So apparently Dynamic London has been touted as an excellent prospect of future by various journalists. Respond, build up praise. Got to build him up. Frederick Leigmar, winger. Not much good to me in my formation. Billy Burtson. Love that name. Not going to sign him though. All right, so what we got going on? Mark Kerr played for Scotland. London played for Sweden. Did he score? Did he score a goal? Jonas London, where is he? Where is he? He played right back. No wonder we didn't score a goal. Oh yeah, I tried to sign Fred Wisp. Couldn't agree a deal for him. He's got the minimum release cost of 220 though. Put another cheeky bid in. He's a good centre half. All right, fine. 320. I'll overpay. We're rich. We want to share the wealth. Kim Kallstrom. That's a player, I remember. 300,000. It's a bargain if we can get him in. All right. The offer was accepted, but he rejects the move because, it's the end of the season. All right. Whatever. All right. Danny Shitu. Went on to play for QPR, I believe. Bradford away. Here we go. Back to action. Enough of an international break. Let's get back to things. Anyone good here? Nope. No one good. All right, so anyone need Weston? No, everyone looks pretty good. Andy Morrison is almost back to full fitness as well. We'll wait another week to play him. But we'll keep the same team that beat... who did we beat last time out? Oh, yeah, we beat Sheffield Wednesday last time out. So we'll keep the same team with the hope of victory. How did Bradford start the season? Bradford are currently mid-table with 13th, 3 draws, 1 win. Scored 8, conceded 8. All right, so here we go. Let's kick off today's game. Let's get things rolling. Obviously, we had to score first because I found out it looks like if we score first, usually that's a good sign for us. Did I change it? I don't think I changed my tactic. Let's change that tactic real quick. Am I going to switch to a more pressing style? Because that seemed to work very well for me in the second half against Wednesday. All right, 31 minutes here. Let's see how the match stats are doing. Doing pretty good. Starting to control the game a bit more now. And Paulo Wanchop getting a goal as well. Yep, that's his 4th of the season. He's on fire. Good start of the season for him. Who got the assist, I wonder? Looks like Jonas London getting the assist. Ian Jess equalised. Of course he did. As soon as I looked away, Ian Jess gets a goal. All right, so 44 minutes, almost half-time. All right, so couldn't get a goal before half-time. Everyone's playing pretty well, though, so I'm not going to make too many changes. Match stats, again, look in our favour. They only have 3 shots on goal. Everything else is looking pretty good, though. Conditions pretty solid as well. Not going to be forced to make any changes, because when you do go to pressing... fuck you, Carboni. When you go to pressing, your condition of the players go down dramatically, as you would imagine, because you ask them to press at all parts of the field. Oh, it's an own goal. Myers gets an own goal. Andy Myers, left back, gets an own goal. Gets back on level terms. All right, come on. 71 minutes on the clock. Let's make a change. Let's see if we can force a goal somehow, some way. Let's bring on Mac and Mild for Mark Kerr. And let's also bring on Darren Huckabee for Barsom. Yep, those 2 changes, that'll do. All right, come on. There it is. Get in there. Get in there, poor Richie. First goal of the season for him. All right, oh, come on. Fucking... defense is leakier than a faucet. Ian just getting equaliser there. And we dominated the game as well, of course we did. Assist, Jamie Victory got an assist there. Jonas Lennon got the other assist, and the other one was self-made, obviously from the own goal. All right, so that result has left us in 8th place now. Approaching 32 minutes on the episode. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more game, and then we'll call this episode quits. We're up against Crewe Alexandra at home. All right, while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and make that tactical change. Switch to a more pressing style. Maybe counter-attack? Nah, I want to do counter-attack. All right, whatever. All right, so moving on against Crewe Alexandra. A really good team in the day, too. Christian Rasberg. It's okay. Good determination. That's good. He might be going to improve in the future. Average rating of 8 across the board. How much would he cost? 28,000. All right, so let's put a cheeky little bid for him. £85,000. See if that'll be accepted. Antti Niemi, Saints legend. Fulham, average, but Saints legend nevertheless. Robert Tomczak, recognise him as well. Good centre midfielder. Richie Wellens, don't care about that move. All right, so moving on. Crewe Alexandra, they're kind of 10th place, just one position up below us in the table. Dean Ashton, 18-year-old Dean Ashton, gets a lot of goals in Championship Manager, but costs far too much money. 1.1 million, there's much better options out there. Who else do they have? Kenny Lunt, midfielder, went on to do very good things. Who else? Richard Edgehill. We sold him to Crewe over the summer, 300,000. He's doing all right for them, I think. Average rating of 6.71. That's solid. That's all he wanted, really. He's a solid player. Rodney Jack. That's a name I recognise. He's playing for Torquay. Yep, Torquay back in the day. All right, so let's go into today's game. Any changes to the team? Shall I make any changes? Wanchop struggling a little bit of fitness. Stuart Pearce. I'm going to bench it for Morrison. Although I'm not going to tell it to his face. I'm going to get my assistant manager to do it. You don't want to tell Stuart Psycho Pearce that he's dropped. Usually doesn't go over well. Let me see. Instead of Huckabee's been okay, but he's not been dynamic. Let's put Berkovic on the bench instead. I think that works out a bit better for us. All right, so here we go up against Crewe. Obviously, I expect to win today. To finish off the episode, that'd be nice. That'd be ideal for us. Mark Kerr getting a goal early on. 6 minutes on the clock. First goal of the season for Mark Kerr. And Paulo Wanchop getting his 5th goal of the season there. Starting very well to this game. 2 shots, 2 goals. And of course we concede. Of course we concede. Why wouldn't we concede? We always concede. Who got the goal? Kevin Street. Whoever that is. Barton getting a goal. All right, good to see him back on the score sheet. 20 minutes on the clock. Been quite a game so far. All right, come on. Hold on. Maybe get a 4th goal. That'd be nice. All right, Madeira. Got a bit cold the last couple of games. Richie getting a goal. All right, second goal of the season for poor Richie there. 4-1 up. And the penalty has been saved. Richie missed the penalty. Why was he taking penalties? Shouldn't be taking penalties. We've got Toe Madeira. That's the man you want taking your penalties. I don't know why Richie's doing it. All right, halftime whistle has blown. We are, I want to say, dominating. 12 shots there, 8. I mean, our passing's been sloppy. Tackle's good. Heading, not so good. Take out the match stats. Who's got the assists? Jamie Victory, of course, getting an assist. That's his 3rd of the season. Poor Richie getting an assist and a goal. He's having a good game. And obviously missed the penalty, though, so that's why his rating's only 7. Barsom, he's got an average rating of 10 so far, so he's having an absolute blinder. And Mark Carr getting a goal and an assist as well. So, some good performers out there and some very average performers to go along with it. Let's see if we can make it 5 or maybe 6-1 in the second half. There it is, Toe Madeira. Talked about him going cold, but that's his 5th goal of the season. So that means it 5-1. That's pretty much to put the game beyond doubt, to be honest with you. Where we go on the league table? Currently 5th place, 3 points behind West Bromwich Albion. Alright, 76 minutes on the clock. Let's make a couple of changes. Freshen some legs up out there. Alright, Paulo Wanchop, yep. For Paul Dickov. Let's also bring off London. He's on a yellow card for Berkovic. And let's also bring off Mark Kerr for Hacken Middled. If I'm even pronouncing that, I actually don't know if I'm pronouncing it right at all. And Tom Madeira gets another goal. 6th goal of the game. 6th goal of the season for him. And looks like the game's finished 6-1. Awesome. What a great way to finish the episode of a very good, very, very good... where was it? Ramirez. Where was this player? For Giuliano, that's it. His name is Giuliano. I thought it was Giuliano of Sociedad for a second. Again, I can't. It's really tired. It's really early in the morning recording this. But anyway, great way to finish this episode with a 6-1 win over Crewe Alexandra. That currently leaves us in 4th in the table with 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, scoring for fun, conceding for fun but not as fun. 13 points on the board. So overall, not too bad. Obviously, I've got a couple players coming into that's going to help things out. But yeah, so far so good. Pretty happy with things are going. Obviously, I would have liked to avoid that 6-2 defeat against Millwall, and I would like to be conceding a little bit less goals. A few more clean sheets would be nice. But we do have some good games coming up against Wolves away from home, Rotherham in the League Cup, Grimsby, Coventry, and Sheffield United. So obviously I managed to get through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, let me see, about 7 games in this episode. It's been about 40 minutes. So that gives kind of an idea on how many games we're going through and how long this season's going to take. And obviously I will upload every single Thursday this series. But if you smash that like button and we reach 10 likes on this video, I will release the next episode much, much sooner. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series so far. If you are, remember to hit the like button. If you want to see more videos by me, remember to hit subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next part. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.